Welcome to Offbeat Roadhouse, heard each Friday night from 8 to 9, right here on WTJU Charlottesville, and streaming worldwide at WTJU.net. Offbeat Roadhouse invites a different musical group into your home for an hour-long concert, live from WTJU's performance space on Ivy Road, right next door to Vivace. Tonight's concert features Reverend Freakchild.
Tripping all night long, yeah. Trying to figure out what might go wrong, yeah. Well, I'm waking up, yeah, and my mind's a mess. That's 'cause I keep forgetting life's preciousness, yeah. 'Cause yesterday's a history, tomorrow's are a mystery. All I got is now. I keep forgetting that somehow. Yeah, well, yeah, let's all face it, yeah. We all gonna die. Ain't nobody come back from that except maybe Jesus on high. Yeah, well, precious impermanence, yeah. Got an attitude of gratitude, yeah. Just gonna live my life, yeah. And don't stop asking why. 'Cause yesterday's a history. Miles are a mystery. All I got is now, but I keep forgetting that somehow. Yeah, yeah, well, get what you want. It ain't really happiness. Yeah, seeking God in yourself, just a kind of emptiness. Yeah, but if you can want just what you get, that's what they say is the best thing yet, yeah. 'Cause yesterday's a history, tomorrow's are a mystery. All I got is now, but I keep forgetting that somehow, yeah. Well, just remember, whatever you might do, good, bad, or beautiful, it's gonna come back on you, yeah. So you find yourself, yeah, in a real hellish place. Better appeal to the better angels of your being and move on through that space, yeah. 'Cause yesterday's a history, tomorrow's are a mystery. Yeah, yesterday's a history, tomorrow's are a mystery. Yes, yesterday's a history, yeah. Tomorrow's are a mystery. Yes, yesterday's a history, tomorrow's are a mystery. All I got is now, but I keep forgetting that somehow. All we got is now. All we got is now. I say everything is now, man. Hey, thank you. I got a couple of people in the live audience here. Welcome to the Offbeat Roadhouse. My name is Reverend Freakchild, and I'll be entertaining you for the remainder of the hour. Hey, it's great to be here. You know, loving being in Charlottesville, and beautiful day. A little Indian summer. I mean, Native American summer. I mean, Aboriginal people summer, man. It's beautiful down here, man. You know, fall's coming on, man. But here we are on this planet, man. You know, seeing the impermanence right before us as those leaves start to fall. And you know, I'll send this one out to my shaman. You gotta have a go-to shaman, right? You know, he's actually a Lakota medicine man, and he just lost his father, but you know, he always says to me, you know, you gotta do the second round for the ancestors, man. A lot of mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers and great-great-great-great-great-grandmothers and grandfathers did a lot of work, man, to get us to this present moment, man. And here we are, you know, so we'll send this one out to all the living beings that have gone before. Yeah, and my medicine man's father just passed away, and sometimes, you know, people pass away before they pass away, you know what I mean? Like, you know, birth, old age, sickness, and death, man. It happens to us all, and you know, the idea is, you know, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. Anyway, we'll get into that later. This is a little tune called "See That My Grave Is Kept Clean." It's old Blind Lemon Jefferson tune. He's an old Texas bluesman. But we'll do this one for the ancestors here. So there's one kind fella you can do for me. One kind favor you can do for me. Say there's one kind favor you can do for me. Just see that their graves are kept clean. There's two white horses following me. Yeah, there's two white horses following me. Yeah, there's two white horses following me. Yeah, waiting on my burying ground. Hey! Have you ever heard that coffin sound? Now have you ever heard that coffin sound? Have you ever heard that coffin sound? Beating to the post, so dead in the ground. Now have you ever heard them church bells toll? You ever heard them church bells toll? Have you ever heard them church bells toll? Beating to the post, so dead and gone. Hey! Stops beating there, my hands is turning cold. Say when my heart stops beating there, my hands is turning cold. Believe my heart has stopped beating, now my hands is turning cold. Now I believe what the Bible told. Hey! So there's one kind favor you can do for me. Now there's one kind favor you can do for me. Now there's one kind favor you can do for me. Just see that their graves are kept clean. Thank you. Thanks for the studio audience coming out. Thanks for everybody being here and being there and being everywhere. Yeah, it's old Blind Lemon Jefferson tune, one for the ancestors there, yeah. And that's actually featured on the new Reverend Freakchild album, The Supra Mundane Blues. Yes, that's Supra Mundane Blues. Yeah, you know, man, it's a crazy times, man, with this COVID, and hope everybody's getting the vaccine and not sneezing on each other and all that stuff. And but you know, over the pandemic, did a bunch of tunes that you know, it's amazing, the technology, right? You know, you record something, and I sent some tracks to my friends in San Francisco, and they sent them back, and I sent some tracks down to my friend, the Reverend Sean Amos down in Texas. He sent them back, and then we sent some stuff to my buddies Hugh Poole, Chris Parker in New York, and then they sent it back, you know, doing these socially distanced sessions, and we put an album together, you know, called Super Mundane Blues. So, and then the other album that we didn't get to tour on last summer, which was called the Bodhisattva Blues, and that's a bunch of sort of hippie blues kind of stuff. But anyway, maybe we'll do more of one more reverential blues here. You know, and for those of you who don't know, you know, there's a whole tradition of these blues reverends, you know, and you know, like Son House, you know, the guy who taught Robert Johnson everything he knew. You know, he was a preacher, and he heard that blues music, you know. He put down the Bible and picked up a guitar, you know what I'm saying? And there's other people like Skip James, you know, were bluesmen all their lives, and then you know, found the great way. And for me, you know, I was raised Christian. My mama was a Texas Presbyterian. You know, after dinner we read out of the Bible. She wasn't a religious zealot. She just, you know, Texas Presbyterian. They'd done it 100 years, you know, of reading out of the Bible after dinner in this country, and thousands, you know, in the old country, you know, ever since old Martin Luther printed up that Bible in his backyard or his basement, wherever he did it. But anyway, you know, when I was 16 and I dropped acid, you know, and I thought I was Jesus for that weekend, things got a little complicated, so ain't nothing wrong with JC and the boys, man. You know, it's beautiful stuff. But lately I've been down with the Dharma. You know, I've been studying Buddhism out at Naropa University in Colorado. And anyway, about ready to get my Master of Divinity, legitimize the Reverend Freakchild here. But anyway, we'll do one. We'll do one. You know, we're making peace with our Christianity. And a lot of beautiful things happening there. You know, things like love your enemies. You know, and you know, feeding the poor and clothing the hungry, or feeding the hungry and clothing the poor. I guess that's how it goes. But anyway, ain't nothing wrong with JC and the boys. Here's one that mentions him. Well, now in my time of dying, don't want nobody to mourn. All I want my friends to do is a fold me down in arms and say, well, 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 so I could die easy. Well, 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 so I could die long. I say, well, 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 so I can die easy. Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em a dying baby. Jesus, meet me in the middle of the year. And if this wing should fail me, Lord, just meet me with another pair. I say, well, 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 so I I could die easy. Well, 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 so I could die, Lord. I say, well, 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 so I could die easy. Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em a dying baby. Jesus, meet me in the middle of the air. And if this wing should fail me, Lord, just meet me with another pair. I say, well, 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 so I could die easy. Well, 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 so I could die, Lord. I say, well, 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 so they can die easy. Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em, Jesus gonna make 'em a dying baby. That one, I think we appease the spirits a little bit on that one. Anyway, I don't mean to be harping on the morose, but, you know, I don't know what y'all expected here, coming to see the Reverend Freakchild and listening to the Reverend Freakchild on the radio. Get some heavy-duty songs here. But this one you might recognize from the blues canon, but we kind of brought it back into the reverential blues, or the holy blues, or the gospel blues, if you will. We'll send this one out to the late, great Dusty Hill from the little old band from Texas. Jesus just left Chicago, but he bound for New Orleans. I say now Jesus just left Chicago, but he bound for New Orleans. They work at one point to the other, yeah, and all points in between. Well, I took a jump to Mississippi. They turned that muddy water into wine. Well, I took a jump through Mississippi. Turn the muddy water into holy wine. Yeah, yeah. Well, that flows out to California, yeah, to the far side of the pines. Yeah. Take me with you, Jesus. Well, now you might not see him in person, but he'll see you just the same. Well, now you might not see him in person, but he'll see you just the same. But you don't have to worry, yeah, 'cause taking care of business is his name. I said, now you don't have to worry, 'cause taking care of business is his name. I said, now you don't have to worry, 'cause taking care of business is his name. Hey, thank you. And I think it's time for something.
You're listening to a concert with Reverend Freakchild right here on WTJU. We'll get back to the music in just a moment.
WTJU is supported by Potter's Craft Cider, whose tasting room is open Thursday through Sunday with live music and food trucks every day and DJs on Sundays. Potter's also offers Charlottesville and Richmond home delivery Monday through Friday. For more information, visit potterscraftcider.com.
Now let's get back to tonight's Offbeat Roadhouse with Reverend Freakchild.
Hey, that's me. Hey, welcome back. Well, it's good to be here, and, maybe we'll, take a little more deep into the blue, little trip more deep into the blue, yeah. When I grew up, my mama was a classical pianist, so she tried to turn me into one of those. It didn't quite work, There was a lot of, I don't hear you practicing in there, and I'd be like, yeah, bling blong, Beethoven, Brahms, Bach, all that stuff. But my dad was really into the blues, and he would take me on car rides, and I remember I didn't have to wear my seatbelt, he was just sort of like, yeah, man, let's just go, And so I listened to like Muddy Waters, and my dad had a big penchant for the harmonica players, Sonny Boy Williamson, people like that, we listened. It was the '70s after all. I was listening to Fleetwood Mac, but heavily blues influence. There's a little Neil Diamond and some ABBA in there, I think too. He was listening to, but a lot of blues music, came into my ears, and years later, I mentioned I had a little penchant for the psychedelics and smoking pot, and my friends were listening to, the Grateful Dead, and I, they come around, Pigpen starts singing Big Boss Man, things like that, and I say, wait, that's old Jimmy Reed tune, man, and they'd be like, no, this is the Grateful Dead. I was like, no, this is Jimmy Reed. So on this latest album, I got together with some of these guys from the Grateful Dead. I actually had a dream last night about Melvin Seals. I don't know if so many people know that. He played with Jerry Garcia for 18 years in the Jerry Garcia Band. He's still touring around as the Jerry Garcia Band. But I had a dream last night. We were playing a Little Wing. It was weird. So that's not that I'm going to play that right now, but, that was a strange dream. And it was weird because I was trying to hit the chord changes without a guitar. I was like, wow, strange, weird. Dream world, strange, Melvin was just looking at it. But anyway, long story short, Melvin helped us out with the Bodhisattva Blues album. He played on a few tracks there. And my now friend, Mark Caron, who used to play with Bob Weir for years in this band called Rat Dog, we just had this great conversation over chicken and waffles about all these blues tunes that had, made their way through the Grateful Dead sets. And I remember this one cat was telling me, he's like, oh, Grateful Dead, this is just country music for people who like LSD. And I said, well, what about Pigpen? For people that don't know, they started out as a blues band playing in strip clubs. Pigpen would front them and sing these old these old blues tunes. You know, that's kind of revolutionary at the time. You know, you're singing black blues with a bunch of white hippie, crazy kids. You know, it's like that's pretty revolutionary. You know, it seems like a cliche now, but you know, 50, 60 years ago, that was crazy. You know, you're challenging the cultural norms. So anyway, this one will go out to the 21st psychonauts, you know, out there. But you know, keep it real, man. You know, like Chogyam Trungpa says, you know, you gotta even the esoteric Buddhism needs to have foundational Buddhism. You know, love and kindness and compassion and sympathetic joy and, you know, equanimity as its basis, even if you want to go do some of those esoteric practices. So if you're out there, you know, doing some crazy things and you listen to this radio show, just remember, lay your hands on the radio, people. Everything's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? If you got arthritis or rheumatisms, you know, any cancers, you know, any addictions, a lot of people out there are willing to help you, man. You know, you just got to reach out and you know, there's lots of help. So, you know, the blues not only moves, but it removes. So anyway, we'll go back in the blues catalog here. You know, we'll keep it real. And this is it's a great Jimmy Reed tune called Big Boss Man. Yeah, Big Boss Man. Can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's just about all. Well, you got me working, boss man, working around the clock. I go for a drink of water, but you sure won't let me stop here, big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's just about all. Get me the boss man, one that treat me right, work hard in the daytime, rest easy at night, yeah, big boss man. Can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's just about all. Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? Big boss man, can't you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big, you just talk, that's just about all. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. You know, and, you can tell if there's any harmonica players out there, you can tell I'll play harmonica here until a real harmonica player shows up. You know, if there's anybody in the room, please step up. You know, and on the album, you know, actually Melvin, I realized playing that song, I realized why I had a dream about Melvin. It's his birthday, like yesterday, and I forgot to send him. So I got to do that when I finish. finish here. But anyway, wow, weird how the world works, right? Like, wow, I'm having a dream about him. Oh, right, it's his birthday. I forgot about that. Let me send him a birthday greeting. Anyway, on the album, there's a version on the Bodhisattva Blues, and people keep asking me about the Bodhisattva. You know, it's like that Steely Dan tune, right? Bodhisattva, would you take me by the hand? It just means like awake being, you know. It's like the classic Bodhisattva is the Dalai Lama, you know. It's like he's doing a lot of, you know, prayer and meditation and study and conduct just so he can help, you know, the next guy down on the path or the next girl, you know, the next thing, the next living sentient being, you know. And anyway, on the recording of Big Boss Man, we got there on the Bodhisattva Blues is by this fellow, Hugh Poole, who I kind of really call my blues guru. He's got this great studio in New York, and he's a great blues player himself, but he plays that third position up there. You can tell I'm not really good at it, but that separates the, you know, the amateurs from the professionals. When you got the embouchure to play that harp way up there. Yeah, because, and not to get too technical here, but the lower, you know, 7 reeds are, you know, they blow different than the 7, I guess it's 8, 9, 10, and it's like a whole different thing. You know, you're pulling in, you're drawing, you're pushing out, you know, it's like it switches up in those higher registers. So like somebody like Jimmy Reed or Hugh Poole, like they can really do justice to that amazing high end. So anyway, just a little harmonica, you know, knowledge there for you. Now you know. Or at least a little bit of a start on something. But anyway, I do my best here. I just close my eyes and hope for the best. Playing this guitar, harmonica, or whatever. But thank you, everybody, for coming out, and thanks, everybody, listening out there. There it is. Since we're on the trip, man, here. Yeah, sorry. Usually in those moments where I'm just sort of waiting for the Spirit to speak through me, I kind of make the excuse that I dropped acid this morning. It was kicking in, but many years ago, you know, I'm just enjoying the psychedelic flashbacks. But anyway, kids, stay in school. Don't do drugs, you know. So, second best, but I'm to the test. Yeah, things on your chest. Yeah, you need to confess. He's a forgiver, you know he will deliver. Yeah, reach out touch faith. Yeah, reach out and touch faith. Yeah, reach out and touch faith. Yeah, reach out and touch faith. Someone who cares, yeah, to hear your prayer. Hear your own personal Jesus. Someone who cares, yeah, to hear your prayer. Yeah, reach out and touch faith. Touch that faith. Reach out and touch faith. Yeah, reach out and touch faith. Oh. Thank you. Yeah, if you lived through the 80s, you heard that tune, but maybe not quite like that, right? You know, geez, God bless Depeche Mode and Martin Al Gore. That's a great tune, man. It made its way into the pop culture with that kind of like dancey beat. And I guess there was some different producer on that track too than the rest of the album, but amazing track. And truth be told, I was playing this open D tuning for, all the guitar players out there. And they call this Vastapol. I guess there was some like the Battle of Vastapol that was in this tuning, and it got to be named that, but it's really just dadgad. It's an open D tuning. It's kind of a minor. It's the saddest of old tunings. Sorry, I watched Spinal Tap the other night. But yeah, truth be told, I was just messing around one day, and I was like, wait, I know that lick. I was like, oh yeah, that's the lick to that Personal Jesus tune. That'd be a great song for the Reverend, Anyway, my name's Reverend Freakchild, and it's just great to be here. Thanks for everybody coming out in the studio audience here, and thanks to everybody listening online and around the world and over the airwaves and all that stuff, and all the spirits that are descending and transforming and all that good stuff, and the unseen and the seen world, and the secret and the self-secret and the secret worlds and all that stuff, It's all good. It's all good. But I think it's again time for something completely different.
You're listening to a concert with Reverend Freakchild right here on WTJU. We'll get back to the music in just a moment.
It's the annual WTJU Jazz Marathon, and it's happening the week of October 4th. 7 days and nights of the most thoughtful jazz and blues programming anywhere on the planet. From Pharoah Sanders to hip-hop to 1930s to blues harp, Nina Simone, Cocktail Kings, and lots of New Orleans. WTJU's Jazz Marathon has it all. Immerse yourself with our dedicated staff of volunteer announcers as we dive deep into the wide world of jazz. There'll be something for everybody and more. And it's all to raise much-needed operating funds for WTJU. Pledge online at WTJU.net/donate and help keep the music flowing and the jazz growing.
Now let's get back to tonight's Offbeat Roadhouse with Reverend Freakchild.
Hey, right on. Yeah, the music flowing and the music growing, man. I dig it, man. You know, yeah. Hey, tune in and turn on and wait, no, that's a different thing. Tune in and and donate. Yeah, man. Hey, why not, right? Yeah, tuning in and turning on and dropping out, man. You know, I was a big fan of Timothy Leary for years, and my dad's a West Pointer, and actually one of the famous dropouts is Timothy Leary. Believe it or not, he went to West Point for a year. Yeah, I guess he just didn't really fit in there, man. Military academy, you know. But you know, that stuff changed my life. But it's kind of like getting in a car accident. You got to make sense of it after that. You know, it's pretty amazing. You know, it's like opening up to all that stuff. And you know, I even reading about the Dalai Lama talking about, yeah, like those things are good for window shopping. But if you really want some realization, you got to get on the cushion, man. You know, you got to do some spiritual practices, get you more stable up there. You know. But yeah, I don't mean to be preaching at you, but I don't know what you thought coming here for the Reverend Freakchild show. Do a little teaching and preaching. But anyway, you know, there's a fellow that really gave voice to a lot of that psychedelic experience. His name is Robert Hunter, and God bless him, he just passed away a few years ago. And you know, I'd like to do a couple tunes of his, you know, right now. And they go a little something like something like this. Forces tear loose from the axis and searchlight casting for faults in the clouds of delusion. Shall we go, you and I, while we can? Nightfall of diamond, flowers revolving, and late in velvet recedes into the nights of goodbye. Shall we go, you and I, while we can? Through the transitive nightfall of diamond. Trucking, got my chip test and I keep trucking like the doodah man. Yeah, together, more or less in line, just keep it trucking. Yeah, arrows on neon and flashing marquees on Main Street. Chicago, North Detroit, it's all on the same street. Your typical city involved your typical J dream. Hang it up, see what tomorrow brings. Yeah, Dallas, close to New Orleans. Yeah, Houston, close to New Orleans. Yeah, New York, you got the waves and means, but just won't let you be. Well, most of the cats you meet on the street speak of true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days they know they better get going. Out of the door and down on the street all alone. Yeah, trucking like a doodah man. Yeah, the ones told me you got to play your hand. Sometimes the cards are worth a dime if you don't lay them down. Well, sometimes the lights all shining on me. The child I can barely see. Lately it occurred to me what a long, strange trip it's been. Well, what in the world ever became of Sweet Jane? She lost her spark and you know she isn't the same. Living on res, vitamin C and cocaine. All her friends can say is ain't it a shame. Yeah, trucking up to Buffalo, been thinking, got to mellow slow. Yeah, it takes time. You pick a place to go and just keep trucking. Well, sitting and staring out of that hotel window, got a tip they're gonna kick the door in again. I like to get some sleep before I travel, but if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in. Yeah, busted down on Bourbon Street. Yeah, set up like a bowling pin, knocked down, gets to wearing thin, just won't let you be. Well, you're sick of hanging around and you want to travel. You're tired of traveling, you want to settle down. Well, I guess they can't revoke your soul for trying. Get out of the door and line and look all around. Sometimes the light's all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. this band. Well, trucking, I'm a-going home. Oh, baby, back where I belong. Sit down, patch my bones, get back trucking on. We'll get back trucking on. Get back trucking on. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you go through a pandemic. You you learn how to play Dark Star and trucking. The trucking wasn't so bad. I was like, man, I must have smoked a lot of pot. Listen to this tune. I know this tune already, man. Craziness. And it's kind of a blues tune with that little strange rock and roll bluegrassy bridge in it. It's pretty wild. So I always wanted to do Dark Star there. I'm working on that. It's kind of the country blues version of the Dark Star and trucking there. Kind of try to make them less like the Grateful Dead, more like the Freakchild. But I think we got time for a couple more, but maybe just one long one. We'll do one. You guys feel like help me out singing a little here in the studio audience? For those of you that are listening online or whatever, we've got this interesting Dada kind of sculpture here. There's a big shower in front of us. Shower curtain, excuse me. So it's pretty amazing. We're working with the COVID craziness, but you guys have been great here in the studio audience, so I hope you guys will sing me along. I need all the help I can get, but maybe we'll get the Freakchild choir going. Let me teach you a little old Reverend Gary Davis song, and we'll send it out to the world here. It goes a little something like this. When trouble come, I pay it no mind. Gonna be alright someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe gonna be alright someday. Alright, that's how it goes, right? And, either sing with me or sing in response, whatever you want to do. So we'll try it. Let's try it one time. Here we go. And if all you people out there in social media land or, in the radio land out there want to lay your hands on the radio and just sing along, we'll be hearing you in spirit. Here we go. Gonna be alright. 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 You got it. Gonna be alright someday. Yeah. Deep in my heart, do believe gonna be alright someday. Alright, yeah, this will be interesting for me to lead the chorus or the choir here, the Freakchild choir, and play the guitar. I've been doing a bunch of gigs up in New England with a band, so here we go. We're gonna try to hold it down for you and send it out for you too. Hey, we're gonna hold it down and raise you up. Hey, can I get a hallelujah? Yeah, woohoo! Here we go, come on. All right, we're gonna send one out to the loved ones. Everybody got mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, maybe you got some children. Come on, some loved ones, maybe someone in the hospital, something like that. You never know. Come on, let's just send some love and vibes. Maybe you got a benefactor, somebody like that, or, somebody, better half, somebody that you just really care about. Come on now. Let's send them a good little vibe. Here we go. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright someday. Yeah. Deep in my heart, I do believe gonna be alright someday. Yeah, alright. Alright, we feeling the vibe now. Alright, let's send one down to the whole planet. They say there's 8 billion people, or maybe about 7.8, 7.9, maybe 8 billion people on the planet. That's a lot of people, man. You know, you see a lot of those people on your phone, maybe on the social medias or on billboards, you know, on TV or whatever. Let's send a good vibe out to all those people we never ever gonna meet. Come on, here we go. Come on, people. Woo! Yeah. We're gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright someday. Yeah. Deep in my heart, do believe gonna be alright someday. Alright, that's some good work, man. We're making the whole world, wide world, feeling good, you know what I'm saying? Let's share the good vibe here. Woohoo! Yeah. Alright. Well, we got to do a little work though here. Now that we cultivated the good vibe, let's send it out. Let's send it out to some difficult people. You know, this might be the same people in the loved one column, but they're just rubbing you the wrong way today. You know, something like that. Or, you know, maybe somebody's been irking you forever. You know, you might have a sister and a brother. You know, they might do that to your siblings. The rivalry, all that kind of stuff. You know, you may have a boss. You may be the boss. You know. But everybody just wants a little loving, man. Everybody just wants to feel all right. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's send one out to the difficult people in our lives. They need a little loving too. Here we go. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright someday. Yeah. Deep in my heart, do believe gonna be alright someday. Alright, that's some good work, but we got to just one depot. Woo. Come on now, people. You know, like it says in the good book, you got to love your enemies. I think it says it in Matthew and Luke, right? Come on now, let's send one out to the enemies, our perceived enemies, the people they're telling us to hate. And, you know, the only way to get over hate, that's with love. Let them others, you know, voluntarily evolve, you know. Come on now, let's dig deep. Let's reach across the pond and maybe reach across the aisle. I know it's difficult, and maybe we'll reach across the universe, you know, like old Mr. John Lennon used to say. Come on now, people. Let's dig deep, man, because, you know, I was talking to my llama the other day, and he was saying, man, you know, that my enemy is my teacher. And I was like, what? You know? But I guess, you know, if there weren't difficult people, you know, or perceived enemies in this world, we wouldn't be able to practice patience or love and kindness. You know what I mean? So come on, let's dig deep, man. Send a good vibe out there, you know. Send one loving melody out to our enemies. Come on now, just for world peace. Let's imagine that. Yeah, gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Be alright. Gonna be alright someday. Yeah, deep in my heart. Yeah, do believe gonna be alright someday. Alright, that's some good work, people. We got one more to do. Let's gotta sing one right from ourselves to ourselves, right from our heads to our hearts. Come on now, people. Let's dig deep for a little self-compassion. Here we go, right from ourselves to ourselves. Yeah! Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Be alright. Gonna be alright, yeah, someday. Deep in my heart, yeah, I do believe gonna be alright. Can I get a hallelujah? Can I get an amen? Yeah, gonna be alright someday, and I think that day is today. Thank y'all. Be well and have a beautiful life. Oh, safe travels, safe travels. Woohoo! Thank y'all for singing along. That was the Freakchild Choir.
Well, that's going to do it for Offbeat Roadhouse with Reverend Freakchild. You can find out more about him at www.reverendfreakchild.org. Coming up next week is the Jazz Marathon, so an all-new Offbeat Roadhouse returns October 15th with the Jason Burke Band. Thanks to Reverend Freakchild, and of course to you for listening. We'll see you soon right here at the Roadhouse.